So, still taking time to make videos, aren't I? Hi, I'm Rebecca Markelv, and today it always seems to be about catching up, doesn't it? But it's not going to just be a catch up, it's going to be some sort of lesson, right? It's got to be a lesson. I feel like I'm some sort of teacher. I'm not a teacher. I'm not even really considered an influencer because don't you have to have like 1 million people following you before you're even considered a social influencer? Whatever. The whole point is that I'm going to be talking about what my project is and why I'm doing it. If you're one of those people who puts things on hold all the time because you just don't seem to find the time, or that you don't feel comfortable doing things because you're waiting for a procedure of some sort, like for example in my circumstances, I didn't want to go out until I basically had HRT, and until I basically felt more comfortable to basically publicly be out. Conveniently and inconveniently, COVID happened. So for a good portion of time, I was actually going through most of my transition. Actually, it wasn't even most of it. It was just a small portion of it, really, when you think about it in the terms of how long I've been on transition for now medically. But for a good segment of it, basically, I was hidden indoors because of the lockdown. But it was kind of like a convenient thing because I didn't want to be out and basically showing myself because I didn't want to be clocked. I have learned though that I still get clocked to this day, and even only literally a couple days ago did somebody basically clock me and basically tell people that I was transgender, and it kind of hurts in a way. I refuse now not to go out or to do things. I want to do things, I want to live my life, and the whole point of this project is to encourage people not to put things on hold, or to wait for the right time, or to wait for time, because in the end we have to make time to actually do the things we want to do. And on top of it, it is such a waste of time as well to just wait. Currently I am struggling, and still have been struggling for probably about 2 months now, with dysphoria. It was alleviated quite well during my medical transition through HRT. But as time progressed, I start nitpicking, should you say, or start like focusing on the things that hormones are not going to change, such as my bone structure, my nose, my chin, my Adam's apple, my breasts. Like, they can only go so far on that, but I mean, I've got breasts, but it's not fully developed, and they're never going to. But the whole point is that I want to hide away and not do anything until those surgeries are done, and that's no way to live a life. And so I'm just trying to encourage people that you need to find time, and you need to not do this to yourself, otherwise it might cause a massive amount of depression and other mental health issues, as well as you just miss out, and it's not fun to miss out, let's be honest. This month has been more of a catch-up month for me. Last month I had a fair bit done. I got a fair bit done with travelling and seeing places, which has been recorded and sorted out. This month has been more getting things sorted out. I've taken my first week of annual leave in 5 months basically, and with like 40 to 56 hours a week of work, and then trying to record and edit, find time with my partner, not that kind of partner as in my video partner, basically to find time because of his work as well, and it's just really difficult. But the moment we've grabbed some time, we do something, and that's what it's all been about. But on top of it, this month has been like stuff like basically being with my sister for her birthday, and being around family, getting things sorted out with my personal life, basically getting things organized at home with tidiness and organization, basically. And even bought myself a coat for all year round, because all I have is literally a winter coat and a leather jacket, and I just needed a coat for all year round, so I've got that sorted, as well as just try out some different things as well, like cleaning my shoes, because my white shoes that I got fairly recently, they started dirtying up, and I've been looking for ways to try and sort that out, and I finally found something that worked, and I love it, and I may make a video on this at some point when they start dirtying up again. But oh my god, they cleaned my shoes and it's fantastic. Good old vanish. Like, I didn't even really want to make a video. I've just literally finished gym, and I really didn't want to go gym because I kind of just thought to myself, I can't be bothered, because yeah, I don't know, I just felt that way. But I found that it was a sunny day and I wanted to make the most of it. So the first thing I did was take my car to go to maintenance, and now my car's sat there waiting to be basically fixed. I then got changed properly. I literally popped on some clothes very quickly, dropped it off, and then came back. Then I got changed for more summer clothing. Grabbed a book and went out. And I went to a rooftop cafe and got a drink and started writing ideas. And the whole gist of it was that I am being productive for my mental health and for this project, as well as getting out in the sun, which I love. I love getting out in the sun and just enjoying it and taking it in. And I also went to a different location. Like, all of these little tiny things just built up and adds up, and it makes you feel good about yourself. And honestly, that's kind of how I work as well, personally. Like, I have this real mental struggle where I cannot seem to relax. Like, if I spend a day or two where I go, I've been working really hard for a very long time, take a day or two to do nothing, and I do that, but then I feel this guilt for doing that, even though it was good for my mental health. But because I'm experiencing that guilt, I start feeling like depression, anxiety, and stress because I've not done the productive things. But I did it to look after my own mental health. But now my mental health has just gotten worse because I didn't do things. It's almost catch-22. I just didn't get what I was hoping to achieve. And that's just the way I work sometimes, is that, and probably a good portion of you just can't shut down. And that's kind of sad when you think about it, really. Like, you can't just shut down and feel good about not doing anything. So I think I'm going to have to find a different method for myself, basically, to look after my well-being, because yeah, it doesn't seem to make me feel good. But I also was looking after some friends as well during the week, because they've not been doing too well. So I've been looking after them, doing my good deeds and stuff. And yeah, I'm going to try and live in the moment as I normally try to do, because that's how I like to live my life, spontaneously. It kind of also gives me that little bit extra motivation to get this project done. Well, not done, but basically get the first 30 videos done so I can start releasing them and giving you guys the entertainment that you've probably been waiting for, going, where is Rebecca's project videos? Why are they not released? I mean, they are technically released. They are on my Patreon, but most people are patient. But if you wanted to not be patient, then, you know, you can just join Patreon and help my content creation, because at the end of the day, if you really enjoy like my new content and you want to help me with that, then that's brilliant, because that means that I can put more into the content creation and potentially start deducing my hours at work so that I can find more time to produce more content. It makes sense. We're getting there, My target audience basically at the moment is not just in the LGBT community, but to anyone who can't find time or just doesn't have that motivation, or they're waiting for things to happen. Stop doing that, basically. That's what I'm trying to encourage. You know, stuff like, you know, if you're waiting for that boyfriend or your girlfriend, like, to come into your life because you're single, so that you can do these things, don't do that. Like, you're probably going to be more of an attractive person when you have all the stories to tell, and how confident you have grown as a person when you tell these stories. Yeah, I went to the Maldives the other day, and then I climbed Mount Everest not too far back. It was hell of an adventure. As well as I went across the entirety of the UK, seen beautiful sights, literally. Or even like telling about your stories of like how you've learned new things and becoming a learner, you're growing yourself, maturing yourself to become a bigger and better person. That's what it's all about, and that's what I'm trying to encourage, as well as myself. Like, I've always kind of put a lot of things on hold, and I'm fed up with doing that. Stop doing that and be motivated, be inspired, be inspirational and motivational. Keep being a better version of yourself. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I was highly influenced by Unis Arnis, and most people probably won't know about it, but Unis Arnis was a channel that was around for about 1 year. Well, not about 1 year, a full year. That was it. They made a video every single day, doing anything, everything, talks, catch-ups, talking about what they've done throughout the last quarter of a year, how time is slowly ticking away. Basically, your life is ticking away, and this was Unis Arnis's life, 1 year, and they deleted their channel once it was done. All gone. You'll never see it again. And that was where I kind of got my inspiration to do that. And when you put things on hold, it's not fun. And you could probably make a life calendar for yourself. You could make about 70 years all converted into weeks, tick off all of those weeks that you've lived up through, and it's not that much, really. You haven't got a great deal of time when you really think about it. What are you waiting for? I think I'm going to end this video here anyway, so I hope it's been of some sort of motivation. I hope it's maybe also made you feel a little bit more comforted to know that I'm still making content, I'm still here, I'm still doing stuff. I'm just making videos on top of these ones that I'm making, basically, because it's just a lot of work. As well as I might have put myself into this little hole. My friend, well, more like a brother, I suppose, basically wanted to play Fortnite with me. And I've never downloaded Fortnite up until about 3 weeks ago. 2.5 weeks ago. And there's a reason why I never did this. One is that I didn't have time. And two is I know that I'd get addicted. And I've done just exactly that. I am now addicted. Whoopsie. But yeah, maybe give me a little bit of time just to get over my addiction. I mean, I haven't played today yet, but hey, here we are. Anyway, I've been Rebecca Markelv, and I shall see you in the next video. Take care of yourself.